Previously on Survivor. Tensions at camp were running high with Tony and PK scrambling for position within the majority alliance.
Please explain to me how getting rid of PK is focusing on the numbers of the Alliance today.
But the alliance already had their next target lined up.
We're going to take 5 votes and pile it on Palesa. As simple as that.
Palesa won the reward challenge and her victory led to a lifeline in the form of a hidden immunity idol.
I'm so happy. I'm enjoying this game more than anything in my life right now.
She picked Tom to join her on the reward and had one request.
All I need to know is that, Palesa, this is your day.
I need to know when I'll be voted out so I can play my idol.
I will come tell you.
But Tom did not reveal the alliance's plan to Palesa, and she was blindsided at Tribal Council. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Palesa, you need to bring me a torch. 7 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Guys, what in the hell happened tonight?
You didn't go home. Yeah, we couldn't take the chance to have another idol, and then blindsided again. So we knew Palesa didn't have an idol, and she also gets very close to winning every time. We were like, we can't.
Tribal Council did not reveal a lot of new things to me last night. What it did reveal, however, or confirm, is that Tony knows that she is outside of what is kind of a tight group of 5.
Last vote I was told to write Charnay down, I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Every time you guys have told me to do something, I've freaking done it. So the only people who's been lying around here is all of you guys, because I've pretty much done every time you guys wanted me to do something. I've actually done it. So I'm not the liar around here.
What it is also confirming is that she will probe the walls of that alliance to see if there's a way in. Those days, unfortunately, have expired.
It's almost like you know where you stand and I don't. And so I'm always constantly like being told things and then it's not for real things.
So fool me many times, shame on you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yet you vote in unison.
Yes. Yet I trust. And I'm loyal.
I think I'm going home, not next Tribal, I'm going home for Tribal after. So still, I've got 4 more days. That's how I feel. There's the obvious one coming up still again, and this time I'm going to have to do what I've said I wasn't going to do, but I'm writing PK's name down, obviously, you know, because that's what I said I'll do. I mean, that's because I'm going with the alliance and the loyalty, and so it means I'm going to write his name down, which I promised I wouldn't, but I'm going to.
This morning I'm feeling still paranoid, but I feel like I need to start playing this game properly. It's finally dawned on me I'm playing the wrong people. Werner especially. He was the wrong person. I've placed all my chips on him, and it was the wrong bet.
Yeah, it's sad because like I'm annoyed at choices I've made in this game because I made choices based on the so-called alliance that I thought was waiting for me, and that alliance is actually up my game. I feel like those people who made me make these choices and commit myself to them, they humiliated me because they did it for their own gain. And now I'm sitting here where I'm at the bottom of their humiliation of me.
There are 7 people left in this game, and I need to now get PK, Jean, and Annelies and myself to take control of this game.
So it just doesn't make sense to me because there's one person who's shown loyalty, which is me. There's other people within this alliance who have let you guys down a few times, and it's okay. It just doesn't make sense to me. So for me, I'm just like, how do you take these 5 people who, there is some people in there who have at one stage wanted to write your name down or have at some stage ruined a game plan for their own betterment, but yet I'm the one who's not trusted.
Well, the votes have not been cast.
No, definitely not, but I'm not a fool.
I'm expecting Tony at one stage to realize that I'm not giving her as much trust as earlier in the game. But what can she do? There's only 2 of them, Tony and PK, and there's 5 this side. You can't go up with 2 against 5, even with an idol. It will not work. So at this moment, the only concern I have is breaking her heart. But I don't see her entering into my game and messing with my game.
There were 7 now. We need to let Tony or PK go. And no offense, but we've still got time. In case someone
That's what
stays.
I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Who are you more afraid of? Tom or Jean?
In the end, definitely not Tom.
Because I hear Jean's answer.
I know.
Last night at Tribal Council, when John answered her questions, she does it very well. I think he felt, wow, I can't have her at the end, which suits me very well, which I wasn't sure where he sat, and I don't want to ask him because then I look like I'm desperate, which I'm not.
Jean, she hasn't made real moves. She's just doing what you say, telling her to do.
Who can we control the most? You think of Jean.
Tim.
You must. And you and me, I think I'm Tom. If we're at 6,
I'm with you 100%.
must vote Jean.
That is what I think. That's what I've been thinking.
The plan still needs very much polishing, but
It would be that one of the 4 needs to go before we get to the 4. So that we're not then in a scramble of who's going to go.
I need to tell you something.
Yeah?
That way this is between us.
Okay, what's up? It sounds quite serious.
It is quite serious because I've told lies in this game.
Yeah?
And I've bluffed and I've deceived.
Yeah.
When you give your word and you make it official,
Yeah?
you do it.
Yeah.
Now, let me just tell you this. Jean is a gamer.
Yeah?
I know she's with us in the 5 because it is still in her best interest.
Yes.
But as soon as we get to 5,
It's going to be game on.
it's game on.
Werner approached me and said to me that he would like to take me to Final 3. Do you want to go to Final 3 with me?
I want to go
With me?
with you and Katinka.
Okay, now look at me and tell me that you're taking me and Katinka to Final 3 if I vote with Jean.
I will vote off Jean, so you don't even have to do me a favor. I would take you to the
Yeah.
final 2 with me and Katinka.
Yeah?
And that's why I started the conversation the water with you.
Okay, done. That's all I need. I do trust Werner when he says he wants to take me to top 3. I like the way he plays. You know, he does play with a bit of integrity.
sorry for the mail.
Tree mail!
Roses are red, violets are blue. Tick all the boxes. Immunity and reward are for you.
Oh, piss off. Oh, no.
Did not expect that.
Neither did I.
Did not expect that.
The tree mail was not what I wanted. I wanted just a reward day. But now there's immunity too. So this is like game on. I'm really hoping that tonight isn't the tribal council, because it's just not enough time to connect with these people that I need to connect to and convince them and talk to them about what we need to do for our game. So I really, really just got to get my game face on for this.
Come on in, guys. You guys ready to get to your next immunity challenge?
Yes.
Well, Vanna, you know what that means? I need to take that back. There we go.
So,
Once again, individual immunity is up for grabs. If you want it, you need to win it. Here's how it's going to work. On my go, each of you will make your way across a series of balance beams. On the other side, you collect your own individual stack of blocks with pictures on them. Get them back to your station. Once you've got all your blocks there, make your way back over the course and memorize the stack sequence. Back to your blocks, stack them accordingly, and the first person to do so correctly wins this challenge and individual immunity. Guaranteed 1 in 6 shot, the title of sole survivor, and the money that goes along with it. Everybody else, fair game at Tribal Council. One of you will be the next person voted out of this game. 4th member of our jury. In addition to that, you're also playing for reward. The person who wins this challenge will be treated to a Survivor-style restaurant experience. You get to feast on beef steak, island cocktails, and potato salad.
Oh, potatoes.
Sound good?
Sure.
Yes. We'll draw for spots and then we'll get to it. Playing for immunity and reward. Survivors ready? Go! Katinka and Tom, first ones on the mud pit balance beam. You need to grab your blocks. You need to bring them across. You drop them, you start again.
Very big. Bastards.
Annelies and Katinka in the lead now with their blocks. Werner struggling with his seesaw balance beam. Tony with 4 blocks, moving slowly across her balance beam. PK struggling.
Why am I slipping?
Werner has all his blocks.
Nicely done, Werner.
And suddenly Werner is in the lead. PK, you need to start again or you need to get back with your blocks. Tom moving back for his last set of blocks. Tony coming back with 5 blocks. Werner now looking at the stack sequence. First one to be memorizing that sequence. Katinka now going back to memorize the stack sequence. Tony struggling with those blocks. That is the disadvantage. You take too many, you're going to struggle over the beam. Werner starting to build on his stack sequence. Great lead in this challenge for Werner. PK still loads of blocks to carry to the other side. Werner furiously working, stacking those blocks. Werner thinks he has it. He does not. Everybody keep going. Werner, some of your blocks are the wrong way around. They have to be exactly the same.
the wrong way around.
Everybody but PK now building on their sequence.
Tom!
Tom thinks he has it. He does! Yes! Tom wins immunity and reward.
Oh, I was just this damn thing wrong. So close.
The bird is
the
wrong.
bird.
Birds don't fly like that.
Well done, Tony.
Well done, Tom.
Well done, take it.
Werner so very close.
I feel a bit bummed, but for Tom to get to eat some meat, I'm glad for you.
But Tom, you win this challenge.
Yes, I do.
That means this belongs to you. Come and get it.
I've waited for this moment.
Tom has individual immunity, guaranteed 1 in 6 shot at the title of sole survivor, at winning this season of Survivor South Africa. And the money that goes along with it. You also win the reward.
do I get to choose somebody to go with me?
What are you preempting this? Are you the host suddenly?
This thing has so much power to it that every now and then I overstep my boundary now that I'm wearing it. I'm sorry. Please, carry on.
Tom, in addition to individual immunity, you also win the reward. But you know I'm not going to make you enjoy it alone.
Yeah.
So you get to pick someone to enjoy it with you. Who's it going to be?
You know, I've been waiting for this. Johnny, you stood up for me in front of an entire nation. Would you care to join me for dinner?
Just get off your knees, bro. I'd love to. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate it, dude.
For a second there, I thought it was a marriage proposal.
Me too.
It was close.
I got scared.
It was close.
Two's company, three's a party.
What?
Who's it going to be, Tom?
Oh, this is killing me.
Second place, I always think is fair.
I almost had it too, but okay. I'm joking.
You got second place, dude.
Because the eagle flies like this and not like that.
Yo, how do you put your eagle up like that?
It's when it spins. It's like this. But thanks. Thank you, Nico. Thank you.
Right, Tom, we are not done just yet.
What?
You need to pick another 2 people to send to Exile Island.
What?
Oh, I'm glad I didn't win.
Exile Island? When did we get one of those?
Who's it going to be?
I don't want any part of that, thanks. Yes, like.
Tanya and Annalise.
Tony and Annalise, you'll be spending the day at Exile Island.
Wait, this is
Katinka, Pika, you grab your stuff, head on back to camp. I'll see you guys tonight at Tribal Council.
Of course you will. There's probably more than enough for us.
Tony, Annalise, grab your stuff, head on out. Exile Island awaits. I'll see you later at Tribal Council.
Thank you. I don't know. Thank you. Maybe not.
Enjoy.
Tom, Jean, Werner, your feast awaits. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Well
very
played.
much.
Grab your stuff. Enjoy. I'll see you guys tonight at Tribal Council.
As a Survivor superfan, you want to go on one of the food rewards. It's kind of a bucket list item.
I don't know what to say.
Well, I'd like to have my friends on either side of me.
It's the first thing I'll
would
say.
you please hand us each his food?
My lady. As you're my guest,
Oh, thank you, kind sir. And what a host you are.
the reason why I wanted these 2 people here was firstly to thank them for what they've done for me thus far.
Oh, my hat.
I had to take you with.
I appreciate it so much.
I really do understand how much you appreciate food and good food. Guys, this stuff's not going to eat itself, huh?
I'll grab the drinks.
This lunch is the perfect opportunity to align my game all the way to the end. Oh, my hat.
This is my drink.
No. Whoa.
Just hand me a straw for that bad boy. Guys, just add some gin in that juice and then welcome to the real world.
I'll get pineapple juice.
Okay, you do you, boo.
You do you, my bro.
All we need is some drinks for those guys with some alcohol in, and then I will just order my whole game in the direction I needed to go.
Cheers, guys.
See, I told you I'm a bread. Cheers, everyone.
2 frenemies.
I am feeling the buzz. Yo, gin.
Got the gin.
Hey, buddy!
He's such a chop.
I know.
Okay. Okay, so does anybody want to know my strategy as to why?
Yes, please.
Okay, I wanted to keep PK away from Tony. And I also didn't want PK to go to an island that he hasn't explored yet, because he could find
An
an
idol.
idol.
That's what I was.
So I sent him back to ours. Who better to send him back to than Katinka?
Good decisions.
Very smooth.
So we don't know what's going on Exile Island, right?
No, no
There
idea.
could be a clue, there could be a basket of fruit.
Guys.
You don't know,
No.
but you have at least Annalise there.
Yeah, which is part of our top 5.
And she's also heard all the nonsense that Tony is spinning already. The ultimate worst thing that could happen on the island with Tony and Annalise is that Annalise gets so tired of Tony that she stabs her in the face.
Tony and I arrive on Exile Island, not knowing what to expect, and we get tree mail. On Exile Island, you'll find buried treasure. Get energy and stamina, plus an advantage for good measure.
Who better than us?
Yay! Go look for the loot. It will aid your survival. No returning to camp. You're going straight to tribal.
Your girl. Sure.
Jesus, hectic. So where do we start looking for the loot?
I mean, buried treasure on a friggin' island. Open up this tree mail and already there's just words such as stamina, you know? So there's food, there's treats, there's something. But more importantly, there's also something that will help us in our survivor. There's an advantage to the game.
We looked everywhere, under, over, wherever, and then went up this little rocky mountain and found this beautiful little built balcony.
Gorgeous.
Stunning. With the most beautiful fruits and the buyer's strat that we had when we won a challenge before, which really is amazing.
Yay!
We thought we had died and gone to heaven. So glad to go to Exile Island.
Get in here. This is like a little valley.
Seafood. Forget about the friggin' thing that we're looking for now because there's fruit. Never mind that, there's buyer's strat too. Yeah, listen, I'll drink a whole bottle at the way I'm feeling. Okay, lekker.
Cheers. Tastes healthy.
Mmm.
Nice and sweet.
Mmm.
Lovely. Oh, my mouth is watering. I never thought it would for.
Now, I wonder what that meant by the advantage.
Yes.
Do we have to maybe look for that thing? Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. Where would that advantage be?
And what are we looking for?
My curiosity is killing me.
I'm going to go around this way. Down. I think it said buried.
After eating some fruit, we remind ourselves actually there's a bigger thing going on here and we need to find that advantage. Oh, I know. What? Did you get it? Yeah, I think we stepped right over it. We're like, food. Let's see.
Tony found it, and it was a beautiful little brown treasure box. And then we opened it.
You have found an advantage in the game. This advantage gives you an extra vote at Tribal Council. What you do with this information is entirely up to you. You may keep it a secret or tell others that you have it. Hell no. The last time you can cast the extra vote is when there are 5 survivors
left in the game.
When there are 5 survivors left. This is now an extra vote for Annalise and I, which I couldn't ask for more because that just makes us 2 become 3.
Tonight, I think, is too much.
It's obvious
too many,
it's PK.
And it's too many people that are voting.
Yeah.
Let's sit up here and discuss this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think Tony might be going home tonight. And I need to get that vote.
I would have loved that reward. I mean, who wouldn't want some steak, some cocktails, and some nice food for a change?
When it was like, just don't send me to Exile Island. I don't want to go there. I was like,
me too. Tom actually looked at me. He was like, because he wanted to choose me.
Yeah.
I was like, not Exile Island. I was so scared. Oh.
me and PK have bonded from the first date on original Mindanao.
Nature. Maybe tidy up a little bit because these people have been making a mess.
Yes.
But
I'm cute.
Okay, think a day. We should be doing this every day.
Good.
Oh, okay. We come back to the island and we're calling it Kapike Island because Katenka and PK Island. Let's give ourselves our own reward.
This is our reward, PK.
Is it worth playing for?
It's worth playing for.
This is the perfect opportunity to get into this girl's head and heart.
I'll do the women's side.
Okay.
From the start, you said, I just don't want to go before Palesa. And I said, Tom, I think you should stay a little
longer than that.
A lot longer.
And you've given it to me. Thanks, guys.
So for me, the only reason I can't promise you 4, because I've already promised to other people.
John starts to speak, and she says, you know what, Tom, I'm so glad, you know, a guy like you're so grateful, because you are happy with going home at 5.
And I know how much your word means, and that's the only reason I can't say 4, but
And Tom plays with, he says, yeah, you know what, I'm so grateful.
I wish I could.
Really?
Yeah. Vander and I never promised him anything but final 5. I think he also looks at the jury and realized that he's not going to be able to win R1 million. I will agree 100% that nobody's giving you a vote.
Nah.
Not a single one of them.
Way to piss off the jury.
Shut up.
They've said as much, most of them, right?
Been very clear about that.
So it will literally be choosing between a rock and a hard place for them. If Annelies or Katinka is sitting with us as well, they're part of the 4, the mafia, the bosses or whatever. I find myself in a pretty comfortable position right now. They speak about the mafia family. They speak about Vander being the head, and if he's the head, then I'm the wife.
Katinka has been Katinka. There's a trouble coming, and she's telling me her entire game plan. So you're taking Tom to the top because he's not going to get any votes, and you know that. So it's just between you and Varna. Did you come up with this?
What? Yes, Felicia.
I never thought you'd come up with something this solid. See, that's what I wanted to see.
I'm playing with Annelies and I'm playing with John and I love them, but they respect the game as much as I do. So if we get to that part and they vote me out, I'll be like, yeah, well done. To sum it up, I just wanted to show PK I have a game plan, sticking to it, and I would like to know that I have his vote at the end of the game. Okay.
Mind blown, Katinka. What? I thought you were just playing a waiting game.
No,
Wait, who knows about this plan?
Obviously, Vanna knows about it.
Yeah.
He's the one person I tell everything because we trust each other and he is going to work with me. But Annelies doesn't know about it. John doesn't know about it.
She's just letting me know all the information that's putting me in a position of power yet again.
So, but you must shush about this, but then you must help me to, then you must vote for Danny, then in the next one, then we get Danny out.
If you help me get John out, whatever you say, PK, write this tonight. I'll write it down.
John should go before I go.
Yeah.
So I will help you gladly get rid of Tony and John so I can leave at top 5. That'll be enough for me. So already I'm more of an asset to you than John because John wants to go to the top and Tony is making moves.
And do you know what? We want John out anyway. John.
Look, think about it this way, right? Tony's trying to get her own alliance, which is a threat to you guys. And that's me telling you some open information that she's approaching people and she could be successful. I'm not talking to anyone. If I make it to top 5, I'll be absolutely happy.
Yeah, okay. I can speak to Bandit about it. I'm super keen on that. I think that's awesome.
Hook, line, and sinker. I caught myself a fish.
This game changes on a dime. Last night I felt alone. Suddenly now I'm part of a threesome so quickly. Tonight's too late to use this to our advantage. I think let's just stick. We've got easy votes, hopefully still.
We don't know who's voting. What we're thinking is PK.
Let's think about it. Katinka's with PK today. I doubt she's going to change her vote.
No, she
So
won't.
she's going to go for PK. Tom, Werner, and Jean are together.
Yeah.
I don't know what that conversation is, but possibly PK.
yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
We hope.
Yeah. She wants to vote for PK, so I'll have to, I don't know if I'm even going to see the others, but I think they're voting for Tony. That's what's made this day so strange, because we're going to tribal council right from here.
So tonight, it's PK.
Yeah.
Done. Tomorrow, there's going to be 6 of us left. Right? Who don't you want there anymore?
Okay, I've got 2. Jean and Tom.
So Tom. Okay. I'm with you.
Are you with? Okay.
Tom and John can go for me. Then the 4 of us can be in the top 4.
Yeah. Me, you, Kat, and Vanna. She's just got too many plans and fingers, and it's going and counting, and I lose her halfway through, and I just go, yeah, that sounds amazing, and we'll go with that and whatever. So I think I'm definitely going to vote PK tonight just to get my vote. If she doesn't go, then that's fine. Then we'll discuss it, and she can go next time. But I need her to leave that vote, and she could be spiteful and just take it with her. Okay, so what are we going to do with this piece of paper?
Tonight, I'll put it in my hat, okay? Somehow. I'll even wrap my thing like that. If for some odd reason I go home, I'll leave my hat behind, and then you just pick up the hat and leave.
Okay. And then if I go, you take it?
Yeah. Get a piece of leather or whatever.
Okay, check how it's going to go in your hat, just for Murphy's Law. You don't have a little... No, that's... Oh, donkey. They're going to see that if... I'm not going to say you're going, but you never know with those people today. I just hope you don't, but anyway. Yeah.
No, I also hope... No.
But I don't think so. I think it is
It's just too obvious, and these guys, we haven't all been together to talk. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a tricky one, but I'm hoping the rest are still voting for her, and then I'll just vote PK with her. And then I've got an extra vote. Okay.
Done deal.
Shall we share another Nachi?
Guys, it looks like there must be a little bit of a female here.
Hey, that's from our other island. Seeing tree mail at a reward is kind of like you think you've hit the jackpot because it could be a clue to a hidden immunity idol. It looks like tree mail paper.
So are we sharing an idol clue?
Here's the thing, idol doesn't matter after 5.
Yeah, once it's at 5, it's...
So, can I go?
Please. Yeah, no, go for it, dude. Oh, it's a long one.
Wow. Twists and turns. Are you keeping score? From here, straight to tribal. Vote out juror number 4.
Told you.
Got that?
To tribal.
I got that.
No strategizing, straight to tribal.
It's quite a relief.
It's so lovely. I get to sit in this comfy chair. I'm gonna drink the rest of this gin. We're gonna go into tribal council lit.
Trash. Yeah, that
Fun.
jury is gonna be so pissed when I walk in there with the immunity necklace.
Oh, the stories are gonna come. The stories will flow.
I'm wearing a big piece of jewelry, which makes me safe. And I know that between PK and Tony, one of them's going home. Okay, so what is the consensus for this evening?
I think PK's, I don't know where he's at. I don't know what he's...
Just cut him.
Yeah, I also think so.
So we need to catch the eye of one more person and make sure it goes to PK.
Easy.
Are you happy with that, Tom?
Absolutely. And Tony next.
So we're voting PK.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm done.
Shall we go and do business?
Let's go write somebody's name down.
We'll now bring in the jury. Vusi, Shanae, and Palesa voted out at the last tribal council.
Sure. Doesn't look impressed.
Katinka, at this stage in the game, if you spend too much time with people who aren't in your alliance, could it be viewed as suspicious by your own alliance, helping to carry something, stir the pot?
In this part of the game, you need to trust the people you gave your trust to. You get thrown in different situations, and of course it's going to happen, and you must know it's going to happen in this game, because we have not even had a chance to speak about tonight.
now you're split up and you get to spend that one-on-one time with 2 people or 3 people. So it's also an opportunity to talk game without prying eyes and ears. Pika, is it an opportunity that you used today?
I tried to get Katinka to spill some beans, but then I feel like she was just she was a fort. Like I couldn't.
I only burned some beans while cooking them, but I didn't spill them today.
Yeah, she didn't want to let anything go. I was like, you know what?
Annalise, Tony, girls' weekend away. Okay, girls' afternoon.
Yeah, we're the tunnies of the tribe in a way, so we had like little chats about things. But there is the paranoia, definitely. You know, like I'm sitting here, I'm like, are we still on track on something? Did that fish look at me funny? What's going on here, you know?
Whoa, what were you smoking on that island?
Annalise, what about you? How did you experience the one-on-one time you had with Tony? Opportunity, or was it just, you know, kind of a waste of an afternoon?
I've never really chatted to Tony. It's the only person I hadn't been on an island with when we merged. And it was also lovely just to get to know her, because I would never have spent that time with her, probably with the chaos that goes on in the tribe.
Tony, absolutely everyone sitting here says they just had a lovely afternoon, everyone just got along and just it was nice and there was no game talk whatsoever.
I don't believe that necessarily. I mean, we do talk game all the time. We know what was discussed for the next step of our game, and that's what we discuss, is what is the next step, and hopefully everyone's still on that next step.
Werner,
yes.
Does it make you nervous to know that there's some strategizing, even the slightest bit going on, where you can't keep an eye on things?
To be honest, yes. I think all of us, in one way or another, want to have a certain mind of control. And so when people leave and go in different directions, you can't see what's happening, and there's no way for you to just, you know, walk to the beach and have a bird's eye view. Who's at the shelter, who's at water, you know, who's collecting coconuts, whatever.
Annalise, we're at that point now where every vote makes it narrower and narrower. And each time you have to ask yourself, where do I stand in that hierarchy? When you do that, does the plan you have stick solid, or do you have to think of permutations that are more beneficial to you?
Nico, I think of that all the time, because you think, 1 minute you're safe, and I tried not to be paranoid today, but in your back of your mind, there's always what if we get here tonight and my name's on there? So I do trust, but it is hard.
Katinka, what could mess with your game plan?
If the trust was broken. Tonight, we'll see who you can trust.
Tom, you agree with that?
I think that regardless of the fact that we spent the day apart, there was a plan. And trust is going to show if we're going to go to the next step or not. Not betrayal or lie, but trust.
Let's say we go to the next step.
Yeah.
There's only so many steps before we get to that
number that you're talking
number
about.
that you guys keep throwing at me.
Yeah.
What happens when we have to turn on that number?
Fireball.
Do you know?
Fireball.
Yeah. And we've established that, absolutely. Do you have a strong sense of where you're at? Do you feel confident?
No. Not yet.
How does that affect the way you play this game?
I play harder now. I show more dedication than ever before. In the spearfishing circles, we call it crocodiling. I shut down every single body part until it's time for me to move. And when I move with everything I have. And then that's the best I can do.
Tony, are you worried that your plans may have changed?
My plans haven't changed. I'm on track with what the plan was.
Are you worried about the others?
I'm worried about the others.
Werner, are you worried about the others?
Yes, I am. Bearing in mind that we could not chat to one another and arrive at a place of unity. Like, synergy is so important, because if a few people get it wrong and a vote comes from the side, I might be going home tonight. So tonight the pressure is on.
Except for Tom.
Tom, you're sitting pretty.
I'm not going anywhere tonight. Tomorrow's a different story, but not tonight, baby.
But that's the conundrum, isn't it, PK? One's never sure whether what you have is a good thing.
I think right now we're at a point where you can't sleep waiting for instructions the next day. you need to sleep writing instructions in your mind. Like tomorrow morning, I'm going to talk to this person, I'm going to make this move. Otherwise, you're going to be there very, very soon. So I hope people really make moves today and think about what's going to happen. Like, this waiting thing is not going to work for much longer. So you need to get your odds up.
So here's the thing. Every single person sitting here can be in that final tribal council, can walk away with the title of sole survivor. Money that goes along with it. At some point, you're going to have to fight tooth and nail for it because it ain't going to come easy. You are not going to coast your way to the end. It doesn't work that way. You need to be sure tonight, when you make a choice, that you're making the right one for your game. Because if you make a mistake, there's no turning back. And with that, it is time to get to the vote. Tom, you have immunity. That means no one can vote for you. You are safe. Everybody else is fair game. Katinka, you're up first. I get the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do that. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. PK. PK. That's 2 votes, PK. Tony. 2 votes, PK, 1 vote, Tony. Tony. 2 votes, Tony, 2 votes, PK. Tony. That's 3 votes, Tony, 2 votes, PK. 11th person voted out of Survivor SA Philippines and the 4th member of our jury. Tony. Tony, that's 4, that's enough.
Don't trust Bailey.
Can you bring me a torch?
Or something. Snake.
Tony, the tribe has spoken.
PK and Elise, love you guys.
Well, clearly you're not playing as polite a game as you claim. In case you were wondering, it is game on. And that window of opportunity is just getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Grab your torches, head back to camp. Next time on Survivor.
Don't ever call me a liar, my man, because then we've got time together.
Liar.
Then we've got time
You
together.
are a liar. I will whoop you all that.
Whenever you're ready, big boy. I try and check some people like you.
I feel like I'm the only person who's been playing the game for the last few days. And the rest of the jury that we'd put onto that seat, I know that I've made a connection with. I had a story to tell. I would have got a few jury votes.
You put your interest before mine, so I just have to do the same thing.
I wouldn't really necessarily want to be in the top 3 with someone like myself either.